8th grader. We'll start with you. You came in. You didn't have your stuff to begin with.
No, sir, I didn't.
But you didn't get down and out. You didn't pout. You went out and you warmed up and got things straightened out. And you had to come back in. And down the stretch, if I'm looking at my book right, you went the last 4 innings of this game and did not give up a run. And that was huge to come back. How's it feel as an 8th grader to be able to come in and get it done on a big stage and it don't get no bigger than this?
It's fun. It's also very stressful, but I'm glad we came out on top because I can trust my defense because I know I have a great defense behind me to field the ball, and I know I can trust them.
And you have to because you got that. Now, not many teams going to have a better defense than what you've got, no doubt about it. But you did a great job today. How nervous was you in that last inning when you gave up the double and had 2 on and 2 out? Was your heart beating pretty fast?
It was beating pretty fast. I'm not going to lie, but I was okay, honestly. I just wanted to get through it.
Well, you did a great job. You got it done. Congratulations on the big-time win.
Thank you.
And there's another hitter over here that got it started for you. That kind of saved the day. You got Big O, Olivia. And I said it right before you came in. We got lucky. I don't care what nobody says. We got lucky. The girl missed the ball. The catcher missed the ball. So we got live. And you come up, and you got a runner at first. And I said, Olivia has been big hit Olivia all year long. She's made big play after big play after big play. And all of a sudden, Olivia hits a Texas legger to right field. It just kicks out. And you get all the way to third. The run scored to tie the game.
Yes,
how did it feel? You've never had a hit any bigger than that.
No, it felt great. It was amazing.
Well, I know this. You're a sweet kid.
Thank you.
You got a bunch of great kids on this team. And, I don't care what you do. When you win a championship, you got to have a break. You got to have a little luck. You got to stay healthy. You got to have a break. Today you might have got a break, but you made the plays when you had to make the plays. You got the hits when you had to have the hits, and it turned out fantastic for the Wildcats. And congratulations. My hat's off to you. I remember when you was a little bitty poop running around, and now you're a beautiful young lady getting big hits and helping your team out, and everybody in Hayden and everybody in Blount County is proud of you, girl.
Thank you.
And then we got the Bronx Bomber joining me, Miss Izzy, Miss Smiling Izzy, one of the sweetest kids that God put on this earth.
Thank you.
Izzy, you was down and out. It was 4-0. Hang on, Coach, but I want you to just get on it. Get that headset over there. It was 4-0. We couldn't do nothing. Couldn't get it out. We couldn't throw a whole lot of strikes. It was just wasn't going good. But all of a sudden, Izzy gets at the plate. She goes yard. I couldn't tell if it went over or not from where I was at, but it went over. You got it started. All right. Then we keep inching back. We got 2 in the 3rd. We got 2 runs in the 4th. And then we're down by 1 run. We got 2 outs. O gets a big hit to tie the game. Then we get a couple of more. They make an error at 3rd. And we get a couple more runs. You get a double by they got an error at 2nd. The catcher. Then they got a double by Olivia, or it turned into a triple. And then you come up to bat and hit a 2-run homer with 2 outs. And every run that the Wildcats scored today was with 2 outs. Every single run. If you're going to have a good team, you got to be good at 2 outs. And y'all were great today. Talk about what was going through your mind. You're a senior. Probably could be the last. Well, it will be the last time you'll ever put on this uniform tomorrow, for sure. You're sure to go on tomorrow. But talk about what was going through your mind when you was at the plate.
Not a lot. Like, I got up there and I was kind of standing there, and I was like, okay, all I gotta do is hit it. Don't have to be great. I just gotta get lucky. And so I just tried to clear my mind the best I could. And
was you looking for any pitch? She didn't really have as much junk as the first pitcher, Harris, had.
No.
She was more of a...
Well, my first at bat, I did hit the inside ball out, so obviously the coach is not going to throw me inside anymore. So the second 2 at bats that I had after that, they were both outside, and I was way too out front. And so I was expecting outside because I knew that's what she would give me, and she kind of just inched it too much on the plate. And I still out front, and I still kind of hit it up, but it's okay.
Well, I tell you what. There hadn't been a bigger hit in a long time at Hayden than that hit right there. A 2-run bomb with a game on the line. You're tied up in the top of the 7th, and I mean it's just unbelievable. And it couldn't happen for a sweeter kid. I mean I've watched you play your whole life. You're just a great kid, and awfully proud of you. And You've done a great job all year long, and you're going out with a bang. It looks like 2 dingers in one game. That don't happen to a lot of people. Congratulations.
Well, thank you so much.
And your mom texted me and said she loved you and she's very proud of you. I think everybody in Blount County was listening because my phone was about to blow up. Well, you got a happy coach over there. Coach, you got to be proud of this girl right here.
I am. I'm super proud of Isabelle. I told Isabelle her pop-up the couple innings before. Probably they don't pay a lot of attention to him. I said, Isabelle, they're going to be throwing you outside. You got to let that outside ball travel a little further, but you're going to get an opportunity because you're going to come back up to bat at the end and win this ball game. And it's kind of weird how it worked out. But I'm super proud of Isabelle. Isabelle, all season long, has been very consistent. Seems like the second half of the season, I felt like she got a little bit more focused on the hitting side of the ball and has really become a weapon. We've got her down there in the 6 hole. But I'm telling you, but I'm telling you, and our lineup, you got to kind of throw out the normal situation where your 3 and 4 hole hitters are your best hitters. We've got a very solid lineup, and they're kind of strategically placed throughout the lineup. And then we were very fortunate to have Isabelle up in that situation.
Well, and talk about the game. I don't think you could have started off any worse than we did. It was just
well, it was a lot of it's a lot of those little bleeders, those little things, just little dinks and dunks. I don't think they had one real good solid hit. And then you go back to the second batter. The runner on first got on with a hit, and then the second batter hits one a little looper to Savannah. And if the ball would have been 6 inches higher, it would have been a double play. Instead, she short hops it, and we wind up trying to get her at second base. Well, then those are safe, and then it just kind of escalated from there. But the one thing I love the most is just the resiliency, and we've been there all year. This isn't the first time this has happened. The resiliency to be able to go through the whole gauntlet of pitching and then to have to make a decision, to have to kind of go back with the starter. We just had to make an adjustment and go back to who we are, because we're not going to become anybody different down here in Montgomery. We are who we are, and we're going to have to do what we do, and people are just going to have to beat us doing that. And I felt like we did a really good job of that.
Well, and you got to be proud as a dad. You got an 8th grade girl out there on the mound, and she came back in I'm sitting right here looking at the last 4 innings of this game. They've got a goose egg, and it paid off.
It did, and I'm really proud of her. And probably one of my biggest concerns that I had was how she, as an 8th grader, a 14-year-old kid, how she was going to handle me having to pull her out in the first inning. She's kind of been a little bit of the workhorse here the last part of the season. She's been the most consistent, and she's kind of done her job. And, they probably got something a little fat, maybe a little bit up in the zone. I just didn't feel like they were popping the ball that extremely hard. We just got to work on getting that drop ball down a little bit more, getting that screwball out a little bit more. Her changeup came alive toward the second part of the game, and so that really helped her out a lot on some of her pitches, and so I am super proud of her.
Well, you got to be proud of your team. They just kept battling. It's been easy to drop their jaw. It's been easy to have their head down, drop their lips, stick it out, and feel sorry for themselves. But they didn't. They got up off the mat. And if you're going to win a championship, I don't care what nobody says, you got to have a break. You got a break in that 7th inning. And
you sure did.
And you scored every run with 2 outs.
That's right, and you got to utilize each out. I've had teams. You get 2 outs and they just kind of go up there with the defeated mentality. Nobody's on base. There's 2 outs. There's no way this is going to happen. You just got to have the mentality. As long as there's an out, then there's life. Because any of our long runs that we've had, we scored multiple runs. We typically don't take a lot of outs to do it. It may be you may have no outs or whatever, but we typically go up there and we do our job and we make contact and just move runners. And I think that's what we did a good job of right there at the end.
Well, I know you're supposed to play at 2:15, is that right?
Yes, sir. Field 5.
So Field 5 is, where is Field 5?
Field 5, it's skip 1 and it's right there behind you.
I'll roll all this over there. But a great job, a great win, one of the funnest games I've ever broadcast, and you might want to get a recording of it because you got a lot of plugs in there. But a great win for the Wildcats, and all you folks is listening in. Somewhere around 2:15 or so, we'll have another game as an old Blount County boy comes up to us and gives me a handshake, a referee. So
we're going to go grab a bite to eat real quick.
Go get you a quick bite to eat. Thank you for joining
Greg.
us. Thank you, Coach Simmons, and the hero of the day.
Hey, and I tell you, we also want to take let me give a quick shout out. We had so many sponsors. We had so many parents, so many people in our community that helped make this thing possible and make it special for our kids. I hate to make any type of.
Well, they're listed on the Facebook page.
They're listed on the Facebook page. I'm telling you, for everywhere from Phil's Grill to all of our community people just giving lunch when we left yesterday. The church is buying dinner for us at night, and people coming up giving extra money. So, hey, get the girls something nice or use this for hotel rooms. Just businesses all over the community. We thank you so much for everything that you've done.
Well, they always rally. Blount County people are good people, and we certainly appreciate it.
Yeah, get on Facebook. Check out Hayden Softball. Is it Hayden Softball? Is that what it's called? Wildcat softball. Check it out. Leslie Smith's doing a fantastic job of making sure we post everybody and all the help that we've received. So make sure you check those out. And if they are businesses, please patron those people.
All right. That's a happy coach and a happy bunch of players. And before I leave to try to get all this moved to another field, and Tina Sanders Vessels wants to say, great job by the Wildcats. Ross Norris said it's the best sport in America today. He enjoyed. That's the mayor of Indiana. Rodney Green said he's super proud of Isabelle and the Wildcats. Exciting comeback. The Lady Hornets say congratulations to the Wildcats. Karen Standard, sorry, I was too excited. I meant to go ahead and say howdy doody tutti fruity in the first inning. That's what it took for us to get it going. Audra Johnson is proud of her daughter, no doubt about it. Lisa Armstrong is giving me all kind of emojis. Chris Ladd is saying stuff. Congratulations. My Simmons grandmother's proud. Her head's probably as big. She probably won't be able to get through the door. So congratulations to all those folks. I'll try to pass all the rest of them. We got tons of them. And my phone, Megan Holt's saying go Wildcats. She's listening in. So I got all kind of folks that's listening in all over the world and all over the states of America today. So congratulations. Thank you for listening. A huge win. 8-6. Wildcats trailed the whole game. But they got a 3-run homer in the top of the 7th, or 2-run homer in the top of the 7th to give them a 2-run lead after Olivia Armstrong got a double to give them the tie the game up. And all this came with 2 outs. And after the 2 outs, there was an error that prolonged the game. And the Wildcats got her done on a beautiful day in Montgomery. That's going to do it for this broadcast. Tune in about 2:15 or 2 o'clock or so. We'll get you another broadcast. And thanks again for listening. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, all the folks back at the station. I want to get a break, and we'll have another barn burner, I'm sure. You've been listening? Sophomores. They will play Ardmore. They've already beat Ardmore 17-0, so that second game might be easier than the first. We'll see. You're listening to WCRL. We'll be back in just a little while to bring you another ball game. Ardmore and Hayden in about 30, 40 minutes. We'll see you.